Now, before we start on this particular discussion, I want to draw your attention to something that you're probably quite familiar with. You may have heard the term even if you don't know where it comes from, and that's the Doomsday Clock. The Doomsday Clock is published by the editorial board of the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, and it is their way of indicating in an atomic age how dangerous the world is given the prospect of nuclear war. That definition has changed after the end of the Cold War. The prospect of nuclear annihilation has receded, thankfully, but the prospects of one-off nuclear exchanges, or more problematically, environmental catastrophe, have increased. So at the time I'm speaking, at the end of 2020, the Doomsday Clock is 1 minute 40 seconds from midnight. Now, that's the lowest distance towards Armageddon or catastrophe it's been. And it's a reasonable indicator. It is the decision of the editorial board of the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, but it's been consistent and consistently done over the length of time that it's been reported. Under 3 minutes, we find that the Doomsday Clock has been under 3 minutes for 3 points during the Cold War. 1949, the first nuclear test by the Soviet Union. 1953, when following on from the United States' first nuclear test, and then 1984, when the relationship between the Soviet Union and America was at its lowest point. The reason I raise that is that the 1953 figure was 2 minutes to midnight. That is an indication of the tensions between East and West at the point the Korean War ends and where both are nuclear powers. So this is the beginning of our period. And I'd just like you to take that on board, because this is the era where the Cold War is really cemented, not purely in rhetoric, but action. And Vietnam is part of that cementing process.